Folks from the Warrior Canine Connection, WCC, spent time with Poolesville seniors, talking about their puppy parents and puppy sitter programs. They were armed with slides and 2 ambassador dogs, Rossi and Cooper. The Warrior Canine Connection needs puppy parents and sitters as part of the process to ready the dogs for veterans who then take over training duties. It's therapy for them, and eventually for another vet, when the dogs move on to their forever homes. Their video shows how it works and how it affects the people involved.
I'm Tammy Crozier.
Hi, I'm Bill Crozier, Tammy's husband.
And this is our service dog in training that we have currently, Tisha.
Hi, I'm Brandon Deem and I'm a puppy parent.
And I'm Celeste Deem, co-parent of Johnny.
I'm Catherine. I am a puppy parent, and this is Tina. And she is a almost 4-month-old service dog in training.
Now that school has started, we have to divide and conquer, and I take the human children to school, and he takes the 4-legged children out for their morning routine. Then Johnny comes to work with me most days at a local elementary school.
I'm a full-time student, so we'll go to campus. She's more popular than I am. I walk in and they're like, "Hi Tina, how are you today?" I'm like, she's good. I'm good too.
We have the benefit of puppy sitters when we need to go away and we can't take Johnny with us. We have the benefit of Facebook groups that we can tap into, and there's the unvested group, so it's just the puppy parents that can have candid dialogues with each other around various situations. There's just so many resources that we have that help. And make us feel so much better when we do have something that goes maybe awry and we're not sure. There's always someone that's been there.
Well, for me, it's about the veteran, because that's where I'm wanting to make my contributions back to the military. But I know with Warrior Canine Connection, they're counting all the lives that are touched, and that's definitely the case with us, and as we see with others too. Service
That our family provides all the time for really deserving people. And it makes me feel good knowing that I'm investing that time to help somebody really in need.
I think almost any puppy parent would tell you that the mission's that important.
The day we turned Eli in, we literally picked up Buff that same day. With Tisha, we got her, what, a week or 10 days prior to turning Buff in. So maybe a cheat code for being able to give up the dogs, but I think that's really helped us knowing that we've got another dog. Kind of switch out was really pretty nice.
It's not an easy task to love a dog and raise a dog and then willingly give it back.
I shed tears, I'm not gonna lie, but ultimately it just feels very rewarding.
The best analogy that I can come up with is it's like being a little league coach, right? You've got your kids, you love your kids, you're excited, but your job is to get them ready for something greater. And you take pride in that when it happens and you get to see them move on.
If you attend graduation, see the impact our dogs are making, there's just no way you can keep them from that. It is tough, but it is completely and totally worth it.
I'd say that it's life-changing. We spend so much time as a couple. It's opened up a whole other channel of communication in our relationship, and it gives us something that we focus on together, and the whole family's involved. So it's really had a major impact on our lives, how we live our lives every day. And it's gotten easier with the kids too. I think the first one was the hardest for the kids to adapt to, but since then, they know this is a part of our lives.
Our life has gone to the dogs in the very best way.
I think for me it's rewarding, and the reason is just giving back to service members. It's pretty important to me, and so I just would characterize it as very rewarding for me.
Ultimately, it's not about you creating a service dog. It's you giving this dog the love and confidence for it to give a veteran. And sometimes that is as a service dog, but just as useful and fulfilling is to provide a really well-trained military family companion.
We talked about dogs, dog training, how it's a part of our family, but I think the underlying reason that we got involved in the first place was we were looking for opportunities to volunteer and provide service.
You know, learning is something fun and exciting for us to do together. Was a really big thing that I think all puppy parents should just take going into it. It's supposed to be fun.
A lot of people say they came for the puppies but stayed for the mission. And it's people who love dogs but want to be a part of a larger mission. And it's really changing lives, and that in turn changes our community, it changes everything. So it really, and we're giving back to veterans who have given to our country. So.
The Warrior Canine Connection has requirements for puppy parents and sitters and pays most expenses except dog toys and mileage for training. It's a commitment to the dog and to the vets who need therapy. It changes lives.
Yes, reconnecting, the communication. Rick likes to talk about one veteran that said it saved his marriage because he learned to give praise and communicate better. And so like it really does help. And one veteran talked about, Rossi, here. One veteran was during team training was able to go eat in the cafeteria at the hotel and had and couldn't interact before. Like it gives the courage, with the dog with them. So it's really amazing how it does change their lives, and it changes the lives of the family. You saw the one video where it's like she's like, my kids have their father back. So it's pretty remarkable.
Service members and veterans who are in treatment for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury are helping us to train mobility service dogs for fellow veterans.
And they were right at the point that they were talking to my wife about putting me in a home to live there full time, that I wouldn't be able to live on my own. We're gonna work with this dog, we're gonna train him, and he's eventually gonna go on to work for another wounded service member. So it very quickly became a no-fail mission. Lundy and I kind of right away clicked. Just having Lundy sleep in the bed with me I was getting full nights of sleep. I had to make sure that my speech was clear. I had to mark his commands, good or bad. I had to anticipate what was coming down the hallways. Those challenges were what kind of got my processor working again.
Dogs have to be exposed to the community. When service members who are otherwise isolating take these dogs out into public settings to train them, it just naturally draws other people to that veteran and creates these natural interactions.
The nurses started making comments, hey, your speech is getting better. Did you realize your pain level had dropped down 1 or 2? Out of all of the various therapies that I went through, it's the one thing that I can put my finger on and say this is what turned things around for me.
For us, Lundy represents, he gave us our life back. He gave Jake his life back. He gave him a sense of purpose, a true change in his emotional presence. And to our family, it gave me my husband back. It gave our kids their father back.
It's not one service dog for one veteran. It's one service dog taking care of 60, 70, 80 different patients that really, truly makes a difference.
It's a connection among community, veterans, and dogs. Therapy, and new lives for veterans and their families.